Aha.
Good evening, Clark, and welcome once again to our tasting bothy for a wee dram
Hello.
tonight.
Hiya.
Sorry,
Good to see you
I
again.
couldn't do it last night, mate. It was a very hectic weekend at the distillery, doing tours, and I was puggled when I got home last night.
Well, that's the bother. At least we haven't missed out. Have a go tonight.
No. And to be fair, we might have only done one last night, and tonight we're going to have a bonus dram as well, so that's even better. So tonight, again, this is a courtesy of 2 Bob Rocket, my brother-in-law.
Oh, very good.
Because he had a bottle of this. We were over visiting him a couple of weeks back while you were away cruising around the world, or on the other side of the world.
It wasn't the whole world.
No, but that's okay. I'll get you that. It wasn't the whole world. So while you were away on vacation, we went over because obviously when Gordon and when Jennifer and I go away, then Gordon and Mary Jane are going to be looking after a wee Doug. So I'd taken a few wee drams over him, and Gordon gave me this Edradour to try and one for us to do in the bothy. And what a colour, Clark. Honestly. You get sherry casks and you get sherry casks.
Is that it there?
That's it there. It's almost black. It's almost black. It's so dark.
Yes, it is. It's lovely, isn't it? Look at
for a 12-year-old to be in a cask and come out like that, it's quite amazing.
Right.
I'm going to say good evening. Gordon has just joined us. 2 Bob Rockets on, and your brother Ron has just joined us as well. We're both saying good evening, gents. Tonight we're on it, but honestly, it is just the colour of this is phenomenal. It's a mahogany colour, really deep red, and just how sugary is that running down the glass? Look at the legs on that. It's just quite amazing. It's taking so long to get there. It's thick and syrupy. So let's not stand on ceremony too long. Let's get a wee nosy at first.
Right. Oh, that's lovely. I like that. Well, that's got all these rich fruits that I love.
Aye. It's full. It's like ripe cherries, Clark. It's it reminds me like a Black Forest Gateau. Evening, Antoinette. Welcome to the Tasting Bothy, buddy.
Hello.
We're on the Edradour 12-year-old sherry cask that 2 Bob Rocket gave us the opportunity to try. And I do think that's like, I'm trying to remember, there's a cherry cake that, I mean, it's like a Black Forest Gateau cherry cake, but it's a strange night, Anthony. That's because last night I was puggled. I'd been working at the distillery all weekend. We'd had a hectic weekend with loads of visitors in, and I was just knackered and couldn't get up to doing a tasting last night. And Clark was at his niece's wedding on the Saturday.
We got back yesterday.
He needed to let his liver dry out for a night and all. So, anyway.
Yeah, my brother will tell you all about it.
Very much loads of cinnamon and cloves. And the other thing I get for it is that black dark chocolate and strawberry that you get. You know, if you were just eating you know what I mean?
Yes.
This is going to be one of these ones that's going to. This could just be the drama of the year. We're only into it 3-4 months. This is lovely. There's a creaminess to it as well. I get everything on this: vanilla, toffee, chocolate.
It is creamy as well. You're right.
It's got so much on it.
A bit of molasses and that kind of stuff. It's very, very, very rich. That's a cracker smell, that.
I mean, there's so much to go in the nose with that. You can just use that all night, but we've not got all night, so let's have a wee taste of this. Your good health, Gordon. Thanks very much for allowing us to try this. Slange. I hope you're drinking one at home.
I hope so. Oh, that's rare.
Oh,
That's lovely.
oh wow! It's that spiciness at the start. You get
It's
the
very
spiciness,
spicy. I wasn't expecting that.
and then the finish is just lovely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's quite oaky, which is again for it.
12-year-old.
Being a 12-year-old, I wouldn't have expected it maybe to be quite as oaky as that. It's nice though. I love that woody oakiness to it.
It's like dark sugar. You know that very very dark.
Aye, that Demerara black
sugar.
Sugar that you get, molasses into that. It's just,
and
it's lovely because it's leaving a lovely warm taste
to
the top of your gum there. I'm finding it quite nutty, Clark.
Quite nippy.
Nutty.
Say it again.
Nutty. Nuts.
Oh, nutty.
Aye, nuts.
Nutty. Hazelnutty.
It's just full of dark fruits. You can taste all that plums and cherries, raisins.
It's funny you said hazelnut because the minute I put it into my mouth, the first thing that hit me was that hazelnut taste. I thought, oh, well done you.
Yeah. It's just...
And then you get all that rich fruit.
I must have been a squirrel in a previous life or something that I picked up that kind of hate. That's better. And then the nose in it now.
What's it taste? There you go, you better.
I know you've not got any water there. I normally wouldn't add water to this, but I'm going to add just about that much, which is 2 drops, just to loosen that off. Well, it becomes really toffee in the nose when you add a wee drop of water to it. It's like a right burnt toffee apple nose to it now. You pick up a wee drop, kind of pear drop into it now as well. Well, that's nice. It's nice like that. Wee taste in the lips here. Oh, aye. Oh, that's lovely. I'm glad I added the water to it, Clark.
Really? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's not that it's harsh at 59% with it being cask strength. I'm not finding it a harsh dram.
Not in the least.
But that it makes it more oily. You get a far richer mouthfeel from it. It's a lot more creamy. It's a little bit smoother in there, but just because of that creaminess that you're getting in your mouth. And then you begin to pick up it's like a raspberry and plum jam or something like that. It's got a right sweetness to it.
You're making me think I should put some water in this.
Well, I didn't put much in, Clark. I mean, the wee pipettes that I gave you, mind the wee pipettes that I gave you. I literally just put a tiny wee drop in. You look like you're drinking a glass of cola there. It's that dark.
I wouldn't be this happy on a glass of cola. Right, so I'm going to put a drop of water in it. Can you spare me for
Yes, I will. I'll excuse you.
For a few seconds. I won't be long.
While he's away, you lads can ask me any questions you want while you're sitting there. I'll try my best to answer and field some questions for you. If I could have stuck my arm out the window, Ron, that would have been very helpful. But it doesn't reach your direction, and it doesn't reach Clark's either.
Right, the deed is done.
The deed is done.
Oh, aye.
Anthony's just on a beer
smell
break. He's up at 4
now.
o'clock in the morning for his work. All right, go on then. So, tell me about your nose now. No, your nose particular. The nose in the glass.
I was going to say that. It's just as fat as it was before.
That nose just takes a wee bit. It's a lot more toffee in that nose.
It is, aye. That's quite. Yes, a lot of toffee and a lot of. You've still got the fruit.
Yep.
Not quite as intense, right enough.
Yeah. I think, for a 12-year-old, this is a bottle I need to buy. I need to get a bottle of this to have in the house to add to my wee stash of sherry casks that I love.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I like the Edradour 10. I love the Edradour 10. I think the Edradour's fantastic. I've got an Edradour 10 that sits here in my wee collection because I love it. But this is super.
Well, that's nice. Oh. It's good like that as well.
It just makes it slightly more smoother, Clark.
It does. It hasn't wasted it at all.
No, and it's more rounded in your mouth as well. It's got it really fills your mouth. And there's that wee bit of ginger, cinnamony, clovey heat that you've got for it. It's lovely.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I would be
telling us about various distilleries. Henstone and Wheatwood are two of the places I'd like us to visit when we're down at young Angus's wedding.
Aye.
So, they've both got breweries as well. They're microbreweries and distilleries. Henstone and Wheatwood. And I'm back down in the next few weeks. I'm down to Nantwich again. So I'll look to try and visit Wheatwood again when I'm at Nantwich. So, but we're down there.
This quite fiery on the tip of my tongue. Just as I've been sitting here talking to you, on the tip of my tongue, quite fiery. I wasn't expecting that.
I feel a wee bit aggrieved to finish this, Clark.
I know,
because I'm enjoying it that much, but I'm going to have to move on to the next one, and then we're going to score it.
I'd be so disappointed if you get a bottle of this and it finds its way into the caravan.
Well, the problem is it's not that it will no find its way to the caravan. It's whether we can both get away with the caravan together with our wives. That's the difficult bit.
Aye, well, we can normally manage a dram or two or three.
Anthony's telling me he's got a wedding on the 7th of August. It's a pity that ours isn't the 7th of August. He's at a wedding on the Thursday, the 7th of August, but we're the 2nd of August, is it?
I think it is. Aye, it's right at the beginning of the month.
Aye. Right at the beginning of the start of the month.
It is. Aye.
Oh, that's brought lovely dram. Right, Gordon. Gordon, I'd like you to put your score in the comments out of 10. What would you have scored this out of 10 as a dram? I've got mine written down. Clark's just doing his just now.
I'm just looking at this just now.
Now, you've had a few of the drams, Gordon, out of the tasting bothy. We've shared them with you. We've had some real cask friends. It's right taffy, as MJ would call it. It's got right taffy nose to it. Right. Gordon's just scored at a 9.5, Clark, out of 10. Set my glass up there. I'm glad I've got the chance to review this because I loved it when I was through visiting Gordon the other day. Hopefully he's picking up on the fact that I liked it that much. He's going to make sure there's another bottle there when we come through to visit him shortly to drop the wee dug off before we go away, mate. Anyway.
Right, so what have you seen yourself then?
I've given it 9.8. I've given it a 98 out of 100.
Cancer. There you go.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
That's a beauty. I've got a 96, so it's a 9.6 out of a
9.6. Right.
And
so there we are. So
there's no reason why it couldn't be higher.
A 97. I know. Let's just call it a 97 between the two. We'll cut the difference on it.
Well, okay, I'm happy with that. Right, I'll put the overall impression
We'll split that difference. We'll split that difference at a 97. But I think that it's well up there with some of the best sherry cask drams I've had. Full strength sherry cask. So that's a belter here, dram. Well done, Gordon.
Absolutely cracker. Yes, well done. Thanks for that.
Right.
Gordon's always done well with us. He's given us some.
I know. Some of the drams that he's given us have been absolute belters. We've been very, very privileged to try some of his bottles that he's bought previously. Right. So, I'm well chuffed. It's good. It's good when you've got a brother-in-law that has a taste for a dram, but not just that, he can choose a good dram at the same time. Because I bet there's a few brother-in-laws out there that can choose a different dram it's nowhere anywhere near as good as that.
As good as that.
So tonight we're going to do another wee dram tonight, Clark.
A
wee bonus dram for us.
I'm concerned about this because this is just going to peel into insignificance beside this one. Yeah, it's going to peel anyway.
Like that.
What's
to
that?
Be fair, we've had a few like that that have kind of paled into insignificance amongst some of the other drams that we've had. In fact, there was one dram that we thought we were going to score 100 when we tasted it. And it paled into insignificance against the dram that we actually paired it with.
That's right, aye.
And we did it a great injustice. Absolute belters. Yes. So that was it. So this is one. Is this a birthday dram? Was this a birthday dram for you?
Yes. I think Ron gave me this. I'm sure it was my birthday or my Christmas.
Ron, this is you, Ron. You're on, big man.
No, it was Caitlin. It was Caitlin that bought me this.
Right. This was okay. Stand down, Ron. Stand down. You're all right. You're off the
hook. I'm not blaming you this time. There you go. It's that one there.
Right.
My screen's back to front here, and every way I turn it is the wrong way.
It's not. It doesn't matter. It's the right way round for us when we're looking at it.
You can read it. There you go.
We've got a Ledaig. It's a Ledaig Rioja cask,
yes.
The Sinclair series, and it's at 46.3%.
It is.
So this is part of the Sinclair series, and we're looking forward to having this dram. Obviously, Ledaig is from the Tobermory distillery.
It is. That's right.
Just so that folk, if they're looking for it, and again, I know that you're always interested in prices, Anthony. You'll buy this probably for about 38, 39 quid. It's less than 40 quid. 40 quid a bottle. It's a lovely price to buy it at.
Yep. I'm looking to see what else it says about it. It says no, doesn't say anything else about it, right?
Right.
Now,
the first thing I'll notice, Clark, is the colour of it compared to the last dram that we had.
Very light.
It's a lot lighter.
I was actually a bit taken away because when I that's not it. When I lifted it up, I thought that doesn't look like that. But I suppose it does.
Mine does.
I suppose it does. I put it against the bottle. It seems the glass seems paler.
It looks a lot lighter.
It does, aye.
Certainly, mine looks like that.
So this, I take it as another.
What does it tell us, Clark? Tell us anything on this. Has it been finished? Obviously, it's finished in a Rioja cask. What was it in the cask beforehand? Was it?
Well, that's just exactly what I was looking for. And what's they say there? Just
Has it been in a bourbon cask prior to that? Was it in a virgin oak cask before we started? Does it say any of that?
It's not telling me.
Right.
Oh, there we go. Hold it. Ex-bourbon cask and then finished in a Spanish Rioja. There you go.
Yeah.
So
I was going to hazard a guess at that. Just because of the colour of it, I was going to hazard a guess, and a wee bit of the nose that I get from it would suggest it was maybe in a bourbon cask prior to being finished in the Rioja cask.
Yes.
But typical whiskey for up that neck of the woods. It's got a lovely wee smokiness. Ledaig always has that wee bit of smoke. I like their smoky.
Yes.
It's not. I know they use a heavily peated barley, but that heavily peated barley has quite a light finish to it. It doesn't have, on its nose anyway, it's not a right deep smokiness.
No.
In fact, it's got a savoury smoke. It's got a bit like a barbecue smoke. You can smell as if there was a meat being cooked on a barbecue. It's got a wee meaty note behind it. You know, I get that on it when I nose it. Get a wee bit of that kind of orange peel, citrusy note. And a wee bit dark chocolate like we had for the first one. But I suppose that's maybe coming for that Rioja cask.
Probably is, that's right, aye.
Because the Rioja cask will have been done in a Spanish robust cask, the Quercus robust, the European red oak. So you're going to get that flavour that's coming off that, as well as the Rioja wine that's been in it. There's a wee bit of vanilla in there as well. It's got a lovely nose to it, Clark. I like that.
It is, eh? Got a bit lighter than the last one.
Certainly lighter. This is obviously a non-age statement, I presume.
It is. Aye.
Did you have anything on it?
No, not at all.
And it doesn't know whether it's been in the cask for 10 minutes to finish it or 10 hours.
No idea. 10 minutes.
Well, we know it's been in a first full bourbon cask, and it's had to be in that cask for 3 years and a day, so we can call it single malt whiskey, right?
Well, that's right.
Then it's been finished, and it could have been in the cask for three and a half years, and then in a Rioja cask for 10 minutes, and they can say
get a swirl round the back out again.
Rioja cask.
A swirl round the back out.
Aye, just rinse it through. But anyway, here's to find out if I can taste any Rioja in it.
Right, come on then.
Slange, mate, your good health.
Cheers again. I would say that. Oh, that doesn't seem like an old whiskey. By any manner of means.
No, that is a lovely dram.
It's nice, isn't it?
I agree with you. The last dram we had was an absolute belter of a dram, and it's probably that first taste of this. I've still got a wee bit of that in my mouth, so as a cleanser, that's probably just cleansed my palate on it. It's that's the kind of smoky whiskey I like.
Yeah.
No, I love a peated whiskey, but I didn't want something that's like a Lagavulin or an Ardbeg, or it's full of those kind of phenolics that you get, like TCP and everything. It's not got all those phenolics in it. That is.
It's just smoky.
Yep. If you were actually going to introduce somebody to a peated malt, I would consider one of those. And now that I'm nosing it, I just get more orange peel. It's really that orange peel's got stronger on the nose, and it's got that linseedy type nose to it as well.
Got a wee spicy taste on the aftertaste once you've swallowed it. on the palate. Sitting on the front of my tongue, just the same as the last one did, fair enough, right? In the front of my tongue there, just a nice wee spicy finish, a wee bit fieriness. There's something else there that I'm tasting. I can't quite put my finger on it. I think it's on the finish, but I can't quite put my finger on what it is. I'll need to have another try.
It's that nose that I said it had a kind of beefy, peaty nose to it. I'm also getting that in my mouth. I'm getting a right savoury. I know that savoury. It's quite dry and quite salty, isn't it?
Very dry and salty on the finish, aye. I wouldn't have a beer with that.
I'm not entirely sure I'm getting a lot of Rioja for that.
No.
If somebody gave me that and I tasted it, I would never have said there was a wine finish in there. I would have said that was just a bourbon cask. So
you're probably right. That's a swirl wind and back out, is it?
I get that impression that it's not been in the Rioja cask very long.
Long enough to have a wee bit of colour, but maybe. It's funny because the bottle looks redder than it does when you put it in a glass. You put it in a glass, it looks quite goldeny, but in the bottle it looks quite red. That's quite strange. And it's not like the bottle's red because the bottle's
golden colour. To me, there is a little bit of redness in it, right? But
you definitely see
you can get that by aging. Yeah, but you can get that. I mean, that a Glengoyne in a cask without being finished in a sherry or whatever, in a straight bourbon cask that they've got. A Glengoyne 10-year-old will look the same colour as that, as he says. Have I got a Glengoyne 10-year-old? So.
Oh, aye.
So the Glengoyne 10-year-old looks just.
It's a wee bit redder, see?
It's a wee bit lighter, but that's just 10 years old, finished in a bourbon cask.
And I see what you're saying, aye.
So, but there's so many drams that we would have that would look similar to the colour of that without having to be finished in a Rioja cask to add any colour to that. So, I mean, I like a Ledaig. I mean, I've had other Ledaigs before, but I particularly like this one. This is really quite nice. Really quite nice.
Yeah, that's quite good.
You thinking about some numbers on it?
I am.
I'm going to hazard a guess that this is 10 or a 12-year-old dram.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's definitely not a young whiskey, Clark. It's too nice for it to be a young whiskey.
I know, but the reason I said that was because it seemed quite thin. You know what I mean? There was no kind of depth to the feel of it in my mouth. It felt quite liquidy, watery. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I get that because there's no burn. It's very, very smooth. It's lovely. I like it.
We need to take the caravans up to North Ledaig, to the caravan park, and have a wee trip in. Well, to Tobermory.
Been talking about this for a while. It's not happened yet.
I know. So we need to do it this year. We're not getting any younger, but at least you're not. You're not because you've just got up with. You're not because you've just got up with me.
Well, I've given that quite a good score. I mean, not the kind of score that I gave the last one, but a reasonably good score, I would say.
Okay, you can shout this time first. Well, we asked the gents where they think we should be with Ledaig, with how we've chatted. Nobody will be drinking this, I don't think, at the moment, telling us what they think of it.
I'd be surprised.
Go on, Clark. Give me a score.
Right. I've given it an 88 because I think it's good. Nothing like as good as the last one. It's not a
Yep.
9.7 by any matter, but I would say an 88 is a reasonable score for that. I'm quite. Yep. Come on, tell me.
90.
You've got a what? A what?
90.
Say it again.
I love that. 9-0. 9 out
You've
of
got
10.
an 89.
I think. Aye. So an 89 between the two of us. I think that's a lovely dram.
It is a lovely dram, aye. No two ways about it.
You
It's
can tell
nice.
Caitlin. You can tell Caitlin. I'm really impressed with that. Can she have a word with my wife? Because when my birthday comes up and I'm looking for something,
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't mind a bottle of that.
Right.
That's lovely. Because I like a peated dram, I like a smoky dram. This is just one of these ones I could quite happily just sit with my feet up in the evening and have a dram here.
Yeah.
That's a drinking dram.
Yeah, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
That's a drinking dram.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. I'm not sure I'm going to rush that bit now. I might let that sit a wee bit longer.
Aye. There's more in the bottle.
Aye, but the bottle's at your end of the screen, not at my end of the screen. That's not much.
All right, that doesn't help you. Right.
I think we've got a Glengoyne 21-year-old to have yet that I shared with you.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Give you a wee bottle and see what else we've got here. We've got a Johnny Walker 12-year-old Lowlands.
The thing is, we've already done that one.
We've not got a Johnny Walker. I've got a Johnny Walker to try this evening.
We've done that one in the both before.
Glenfiddich IPA.
Aye. No, we haven't done that in the both before, so we'll have a go at that one.
Right. No. Now we also did I give you the Glencadam PX cask?
That rings a bell. I don't know whether you gave me it recently or whether you gave me it a while ago, or if I've had that one before. I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. Glencadam Reserve PX. Yes, I've got that one.
Perfect. We should have a Tam Navulin port cask, I think. Yes, Tam Navulin port cask to go through.
Yeah, aye, that's right. Aye, we've both got a bottle of that. That's what's going on with that one. Oh, yeah, I'm going to bring these over here so I don't have to keep disappearing off screen to have a look at what I've got. Right, I've got from you. I've got a Glengoyne White Oak. I've got
I've got that. Yes, I've got one of them.
I've got a Glengoyne Cask Strength.
Yes,
59%. I've got a Ben Ray, 12-year-old. I've got a Talisker Sky at 45 and a half. 45.
Wait a minute, Clark. That could be a disaster.
Don't tell me you've drank it all.
No. I've still got some of that left. Just I might have finished that. Anyway, I've not.
There's a Glengoyne 21. There's the Glengoyne 12 at 43%.
Yes, got that.
The Glengarry.
Well, the Glengarry, that's the Falkirk, the wee brown dog, little brown dog Falkirk Whisky Club's 10-year-old.
And then I've got Tam Do Willie's blend.
Oh. You mean this?
That's the one. Yep. The Tam Do Willie's blend, that's the one.
And this Saturday,
yes,
I'm going to Glengoyne to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to the Malt Master experience at Glengoyne, and I'll be making my own blend of Glengoyne.
Oh,
and bringing a wee bottle of that home for us to do as well. So that'll be it. Gordon has said over the Edradour, ? No, I've not scored it higher than the Edradour. Gordon, you're all right. The Edradour was my favourite, but to be fair, even at the price point and everything of this, that is a fabulous, fabulous dram.
Mm.
It is. I would pour another one if I was up for it, but I'm going to behave myself. Because if no, we've done 2 tonight, we can't be doing 3 in a night.
No, we can't. We'll be getting all sorts of bother.
We will. We will.
We'll be in even more trouble than we're usually in.
Aye, I know. Well, and boy, have we been in trouble a few times. Well, particularly, usually me.
Oh, I don't know about that.
And particularly me. But it's usually me that got you into trouble. That's the.
I'm easily led. That's my problem. Easily led.
It's not even the case that you're easily led. I'm just daft enough to get us into trouble.
I'm just daft enough to follow you.
Well, that's very true. It's very true. So I've got a couple of things coming up again with the distillery as well. I'm doing the Whisky Festival at Stirling in May, which should be quite good. So there are a few things that are coming up. So Anthony's saying if I go to Wheatwood, I have to try the Fireside. Can I ask Anthony, is the Fireside an ale or is it a whisky? Because I've not tried the Fireside. We've had the Cheshire one, but I've not tried the Fireside.
Sounds like a beer to me.
Gordon's asking me, well, right, I right, I see what he means. So what he said to me is, am I having the Edradour 12 for my birthday over, or am I having the Ledaig over the 12-year-old for my birthday?
That's an easy answer.
So the answer to that question is, you can buy me the Ledaig and Jennifer can buy me the Edradour. Oh, right. So Anthony's saying is that the Fireside, the Wheatwood Fireside is a sherry bomb. So I will, when I'm down, I'll see if I can get a bottle of that as well when I'm down at Wheatwood. That would be good. So yeah. Thanks for that, Anthony. I'll take a note of that, or I have taken a note of that, and we'll get that done when we're down. Anyway, buddy, we're 37 minutes. This, I mean, it's not like us to be as long as this in the tasting bothy. We're normally in and out and shaking it all about, because we didn't want to have folk, coming on and, podcast. 30 minutes is about the right time for it. Yeah. 37 minutes, we're over on a wee bit, but that's fine. Right. Gents, thanks very much for joining us, for all your questions, all your messages.
Right.
Anthony you bought the last 4 bottles of Fireside. But there's a Fireside.
4 bottles. Well, you're not going to get a taste of that, then, eh?
I will need to go and visit him when we're down there. That'll be honestly, we'll be knocking on his door when we get there to say, right, come on, come into the tasting bothy till we have a chat. Good night, Anthony. Have a good evening. I'm sorry to hear that you're up at 4 a.m. in the morning, but
well, so am I.
There's some people that have got to keep the wheels of industry in motion. And you, myself, and Clark are a bit like that. Keep all that wheels of industry in motion. Ta-ta for now, we're on.
For that one.
Gordon, we'll catch you again as well. And I'll look forward to, at some point, we'll see you, hopefully, next Sunday, back in the tasting bothy for another couple of drams.
Sounds good.
Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.